Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Be Cool or Be Podcast Out channel. I'm your host, Modern Day Warrior. Today is March 10th, 2021, and we're going to celebrate the 45th anniversary of the release of the seminal Rush album, 2112. Really sort of a breakthrough album for them. It was a make or break album. Before we get to what we're going to do, I'm going to show off some pressings, vinyl, CD, whatnot. Talk about the album a little bit, and really celebrate its anniversary. But before we do that, there's been a bit of contention of when the actual date of the release of the album was. Was it March 10th? On Wikipedia, it also says April 1st. There's a bit of confusion. I got in touch with my friend Skip Daly and Eric Hansen of the great Wandering the Face of the Earth touring history book. Highly recommended. Need to pick this up for any Rush fan. If you're every tour date chronicled in here from beginning to end, stories about each date, interviews interspersed throughout, facts about each show, set lists, everything. I mean, this is a beautiful book. And I contacted them today, and then I referenced the book as well. So I believe the date was actually March 8th, which falls, if you go back March 8th, 1976, actually falls on a Monday. And I believe at that time, record releases were released on Mondays because record releases became kind of synonymous with Tuesdays, but it wasn't until 1989 in the United States. It wasn't until 1989 that records were released on a Tuesday. Before that, they were typically released on a Monday. So I tend to believe that March 8th was the actual street date of the release of 2112. You can look in the book if you have it, and it references it in there. I think it actually references a record release party 5 days after March 8th, and it says how the record sold 100,000 copies in its first 5 days of release. So, and I think it was dated March 13th, I believe, right? So, 5 days will be making March 8th, if I'm doing my math correctly. I suck at math. If I said the date wrong, please don't shoot me. So anyway, let's get to it. Rush 2112, 45 years ago. We're 2 days late, but we could celebrate it. I mean, we could celebrate Rush any day, right? But anyway. So, I'm going to show off a few pressings I have. We're going to go first with the original. Hold on one second here. I'm sorry. Okay. The original CD release. Actually, this is the Anthem pressing, which is the Canadian pressing of the album. It's got the Anthem logo on here. I do also have the original Mercury Records release CD, but I don't have it with me right here. I forgot to grab it. It's basically on the CD, has the Mercury logo on there. This one has the Anthem, which is the Canadian release. So I have that, the original Mercury. Then you have the 1997 remastered version, the Rush remasters. These were released in 1997. Show you the face of the CD. Okay. Then we have the Sector. There was 3 Sector box sets. This is Sector 1. And this is from the debut album all the way to All the World's a Stage. So there's 5 CDs in here. You got the 2112 one here. Mimics the vinyl, like a gatefold release. So that's the Sector 1 box set version. Then we have the 40th anniversary CD version. This was a Best Buy exclusive. You can see the Best Buy here. It's actually a lenticular cover What it is actually is, I opened it so you can actually, you take it out, it's actually a sticker. It's a cool sticker. It was only exclusive at Best Buy. I just kind of opened it. I keep the plastic on to preserve it. But yeah, that's a Best Buy version of the 40th anniversary edition. This is actually the 35th anniversary edition. This was released on Blu-ray and CD, 5.1 remix, 5.1 surround sound remix. This was the 35th anniversary edition. So you had a 35th anniversary. And this was the I bought the comic book edition, which comes in a bigger book style. If you could see, a couple pages like pictures and stuff. And I believe, yeah, on the other side, if you kind of flip it, it becomes a comic book. There's like a comic book. See in there. And then the Blu-ray, actually, you could flip through the comic book pages too on the Blu-ray on TV screen. So you have the CD on the here, Blu-ray on this side, 5.1 surround mix, and the surround mix is actually pretty nice too. Not the most mind-blown surround, but still very nice surround mix. It's cool. It's like listening to the album for the first time again. So you got the 35th anniversary. You got like I said, the 40th anniversary edition here, but you also can get the Super Deluxe 40th anniversary, which includes the CD, vinyl, the original, a reprint of the 2112 tour book, a hardcover book, a lot of cool little extras in here. So this is the 40th anniversary Super Deluxe box set. Okay. And then this is the Mobile Fidelity Sound Labs gold disc, original master recording. This was released, I believe, in 1993. So if you open it up, it's got a lift lock case here, like so. Take it out. There's the face. It's on 24 karat gold. It's like an audiophile release. Very nice. I like picking up these. I was always a big fan of Mobile Fidelity. Here we have a cool ATrack version of it. This is actually still sealed, never opened. I picked this up at a record convention probably about close to 20 years ago. 50 cents. Now, you can't even probably touch a sealed one of this for less than $100. For all the people, all this stuff has been coming back. But a sealed version of this, I believe it runs for like $100. But picked it up. I picked up this one actually, and All the World's a Stage. Both sealed. ATrack for like 50 cents a piece. So it was $1 for the two of them. I couldn't believe. I couldn't pass it up. I mean, why not? I mean, I usually display it on my shelf anyway. Not like I'm gonna open it and play it. So ATrack was like the worst format. let's be honest. Anyway, I do have an original pressing of the vinyl. Take it out of the plastic. Gatefold. Here's the back. The infamous Alex Lifeson. Kind of looking pretty funky. We've got the vinyl. Has the Mercury Skyline. Mercury Skyline center there. So yeah, it's the original vinyl. Stick around if you stuck around this far into the video. Stick around to the end because I have a special announcement. I should have announced that at the beginning of the video, but hopefully you stuck with me till now. And then here's the reissued vinyl. still sealed, hologram edition. So when you play it and have a light shining on it, it has the man and star in hologram form on the vinyl, kind of spinning around. It's kind of cool. Cool little gimmick. I guess nowadays with vinyl, they want to give you every little gimmick as possible. Yeah, so 2112. Let's get back to the album here. Let's talk about the songs a little bit. Obviously, a little backstory on it. This was really a make or break album for the guys. I mean, if you're a hardcore Rush fan, you know the story. The album before this was Caress of Steel, stiffed majorly, didn't do very well for the band. That's when they really started getting progressive. They had a side-long epic, The Fountain of Lamneth, on side 2 of that album. And it really didn't really do well at all. They dubbed the tour the Down the Tubes tour because they were playing to pretty much empty houses and really small places, little bars and dives and whatever. I mean, they were really on their way up from their first album to Fly By Night, and then with Caress of Steel, the album didn't do well at all, and they took a dip. And really, the record company was ready to drop them. And if you've seen the documentary and everything, you know the story. They would rather go out in a blaze of glory, doing their own thing, than fold to record company pressure to become more commercial and such. So they really went all guns blazing on this one. They put another epic side-long story, this side on the A side, and really you can hear the passion coming through the music, the lyrics, everything with this album. So really, it ended up buying them their freedom. It sold, like I said, 100,000 copies in this first week, which for an underground band really that got no radio play, it was a pretty big feat. So it outsold all 3 of their previous albums in 1 week, basically. So 2112, the side-long epic, you don't really need to really have me explain it. You all know it. You know, Passage to Bangkok classic. And then you got like some deeper cuts, The Twilight Zone, Lessons and Tears, which is a beautiful ballad, penned by Geddy Lee. Lessons was penned by Alex Lifeson, sole credit there. And then Something for Nothing at the end. Very inspired by Ayn Rand, the author. They dedicated this album to her and really, you know, took her vision. Neil really was into her books back then. He later kind of ended up renouncing her and kind of distanced himself from her, but during this era, you know, she was a real inspiration to him lyrically, as he was a voracious reader and really read a lot of her books. So anyway, so this bought them their freedom at the record company. Once the record company saw that this was a success and they were doing it their way, they left them alone, and the rest, as they say, is history. So really, you know, if it wasn't for this album breaking, we might have been talking about a Canadian 3-piece that they were around for a couple years and put out a couple albums, and that was really it, you know. So, but really, we're fortunate that they stuck to their guns and really came out with this epic. And in my opinion, this is ground zero for progressive metal. I mean, okay, Rush is not a heavy metal band, but let's put ourselves in 1976 for a second. Heavy metal really was only a few years old, and really the term heavy metal wasn't even really being used even then. It was more everybody, you know, heavy rock, things like that. I believe heavy metal really didn't come into prominence until really the new wave of British heavy metal started coming in with bands like Judas Priest and all that stuff. So even though Priest started in 74, they really started hitting their stride as the late 70s started coming. So, but really, I think this is really the ground zero for progressive metal. Bands like Dream Theater, Fate's Warning, Symphony X, bands like that really cite this album as a major influence. And really, I think it spearheaded the progressive metal movement. And much like Black Sabbath's debut started heavy metal, I think this album really started progressive metal. So it's a cause for debate, obviously, but in my opinion, I think this is really where it all started. They really took progressive music and heavy rock and combined it. Rush is really in my opinion, the first band to really do that. So we got that. And now, since you've stuck around long enough, we're going to have a little contest. So this sealed 2112 album, I want to give to a listener of my channel, a subscriber of my channel. So here's what we're going to do. Right now, I'm not even at 100 subscribers yet. This channel's still new. I'd like to get up to 200 subscribers. Once I hit 200 subscribers, I'm going to give this album away to one lucky subscriber. So what I want you to do is I want you to comment, put a comment that you'd like to win this album below. Link this video to your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any type of social media you have, and really spread the word for me. The Be Cool or Be Podcast Out channel. Really link it up and spread it out and get the word out. And when I get up to 200 subscribers, that's what I'm going to do the giveaway. So leave a comment below if you'd like to win this album. And once I reach 200 subscribers, I'm going to do a drawing. I might even go live on Facebook. On YouTube, maybe even Facebook, and give away the album and to one of you lucky viewers. So it's a sealed 2112 hologram edition, 180 gram audiophile vinyl. If you don't have it, perfect way to get one. If you do have it, you have a second copy. You can keep sealed. You could gift it to a friend, whatever. I might even sweeten the deal with like a little bonus thing with it too. I'll leave that as a mystery though. So please subscribe to my channel. Hit like the video, hit the bell. That way you get notifications from me whenever I post new videos. And I really appreciate you watching. And let's celebrate 2112 by cranking it up. 45 years old. Here's looking forward to the 50th anniversary. Who knows if they'll do another box set. Maybe they'll find something in the vault. Anyway, have a great night. Cheers, and thanks for watching.